Okay, let's see now two other sections, and they are the featured content section and the customer testimonials. Okay, let's see first the featured content section and what options does it have and how we can configure it on our store. Okay, so featured content, we have already opened our Shopify theme customizer, and let's click on the featured content section. Okay, so we can set up the title as all our other sections and the description. Also, there is an option for the button, as you can see from the demo, and you may disable it if you don't want the button. Just remove the button URL and it will not show. Okay. Also, there is section for the background color and the background image. So if you disable the background image, for example, let me remove the background image, you'll see that you have now only the background color, which in this case is selected to dark, but you may of course select your other options. For example, you may switch to a white background or light one, and preferably it should be a darker variant. For example, you may choose a custom gradient. You know how it completely changed the section. Okay. Also, what else? So the background image that you may choose. Let's choose another one, for example. Let's see with this new one. And as you can see, the background image is fixed. It is looking very good. It is very professional for your store. And it has an option to disable if you don't want the fixed background to be shown, or if you feel that the background is not correctly arranged on the layout. Okay. So make sure that the image is a big one, it's not small, otherwise it will get blurred on bigger screens. And do not worry about the size, Shopify will automatically crop the image for you. Okay, there are some other options as well, like alignment. You may position either the image on the left or on the right, but we are positioning it in the center for the demo. Okay. Also, there is another option called content maximum width, which basically is the space that you want to allow the content to take, which in this case we have selected 720. Okay, so as you can see, this text is not taking the full width of the container. So if you go and disable this option, you'll see that this text will take now the whole width of the container. Okay, so yes, 720 is a good number to have here. Also, there are options to change the title size, and if you want a larger font size for the description, you may enable this option. Okay. Also, there are options to readjust the button. For example, you may choose another color for the button if you prefer to change. Okay. For example, you may choose an outline variations. It is a good option as well. And the size, you may go, if you like, with a large size if you want the button to be more visible and you want your customers to click it more. Okay. Also, there is an option for the animate class. Animate class is, as found on other sections, it is the animation when the customer scrolls on that particular section. It will give a nice animation to make the section appear more professional and more interactive. Okay, so for example, for this section we have chosen the check in the box animate, but feel free to play with other animations and see if you find another good one. let's see how it looks, for example, on our front end, and see. And as soon as you hit refresh and go to that section, you see how the checking the box animate pops up. Okay, but also, as I said, you may choose other animation if you prefer. So, for example, you may choose let's try another animation. Let's try a very fancy one. For example, let's try the roll in. No, let's try the. So I have some lighting. Okay, let's try this lighting speed in right. Okay, let's try and see how this animation looks. Okay, and as you can see, it is a very fancy animation. As soon as you, let me hit another time refresh. As soon as you scroll to that part, you see the section pop up from the right. Okay, let's leave it back how it was. I think I have not spelled it correctly. Okay, good. Okay, also you'll find the options for the spacing as found on other sections. We have put some padding and top and bottom for this section, and feel free to play with these options and see to readjust based on your own needs. Okay, that's all for the future content section. You may use this section on various parts. We have just used it only one time on our demo, but of course you may use it for various parts. You may display a message for your main collection, or you may display there other important information about your store. So there is no limit to that. This section can be used frequently, but of course do not abuse the background images. If you want to use it multiple times, I suggest that you only use through the background colors and not with the background images, because having many background images on your store can somehow slow down your store. Okay, so now let's see the other section that we've talked about, the customer testimonials one, and let's see what option does it have. Okay, so as the name suggests, on this section you can put your customer testimonials, but anyway, you may put here any other text or materials that you might have for your store, something that you want to appear with the slide. So anything that you think it needs to be a slider, with a slider, it can be on the customer testimonial. Sorry, so not just testimonials. Okay, so as you can see, we have now 3 slides at the moment, and each slide has its own options. Okay, so you can choose the product that you want to be related with its testimonials. For example, let's choose this product, and as you can see, it is showing on this part here. Okay, also we have a title and a description. Also we have a date and the customer name along with the customer description and the customer photo. But again, as I said, you may use this section for other purposes. So for example, on the date you may put other text that you might need, or if anything that you disable here. For example, if you disable the date, it will just hide and not show anything on that part. Okay, so yes, we have 3 slides, and then after that you may add, of course, as many slides as you want, but again, do not add too many. Do not add more than 5, because anything that you add more than what is really needed can slow down your store. Okay, so let's see some of the general settings that this section offers. You can set up the title, customer testimonial, also the description, and you may align it anywhere you like, you want, left, center, and right. And again, there are some general settings as well, where you can change the background color. For example, on the demo, we have chosen the primary color and have a white text. But of course, you may choose the default one, which is white. And you see immediately the whole section switch up, and now you have a white background with a dark text. Sorry. Okay. So play with this option. For example, you may choose even a custom gradient, which again will look very fancy in this case. So yes, play with it and see the options. Okay. Also, there is an option to wrap in a container or not. Normally, it should be wrapped in a container because otherwise the text will go very, very wide, and you don't want that. Okay. And then there are some other options as well, like customer photo cycle. You can have a square or circle photo, sorry, for your customer. Okay. Also, the animate class, as we have talked in our previous section, you can play with that and see the animation that you feel it is the good options for this section. Okay, but of course you may just leave to the default one that we are showing, that are using. Okay, also there are some options for the carousel, the options that refer to how the slides are changing. Okay, you may either disable the controls or the indicators on the bottom. Okay, also readjust the autoplay time and just leave to 0 seconds if you don't want autoplay at all. Also, there is an option for the transition effect. Again, this is another animation that refers to, in this case, not how the animate will go when you scroll down to the section, but rather how the animation will display when you change up the slide. So we have chosen the Jack in the Box, but feel free to choose another option for the slide change. Okay, you may try the back animation. Is another good animation to have. Okay. Also, again, this section offers you the spacing utilities classes, which you may use to readjust the content. Okay, so you may adjust the padding. We are using padding right now for top and bottom to appear correctly with the dark background. But again, feel free to modify these values based from your own customization. Okay, I think I was clear for these two sections. Of course, if you have questions or anything else, just reply us to the comment section and we will be happy to assist you. And let's catch up on the next video.